Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Love for keeps. Hi, YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How are we doing? I'm going to show you what you all need to get to be safe from the next virus. And it's called Benadine. Please get some Benadine. They sell it right on Amazon. They have the nose. They have the gargle. Get it. This will help with the viral loads that grows inside your body. So you don't get the COVID as bad. All right. And you're supposed to gargle with this 4 times a day. So that means take it to work with you. Okay, guys? Get Benadine. Get Benadine. Get Benadine. You guys know I'm always trying to keep you safe from the COVID. So let's do this together. All right, guys. It's funny how a bitch slap could bring others together. Has anybody been coming together since Will slapped Chris? Because it brought Monique and Lee Daniels together. Now, I don't know what got into Lee Daniels, but he surprised Monique, I think in Staten Island, right? And made himself known to her and apologized with a hug and a kiss and gave her flowers and said, I'm sorry. Did anybody see that coming? These people were so stubborn against Monique. Did anybody see it coming? I have to tell you, I am proud of Monique because I believe in standing your ground. I believe you don't budge. I believe no matter how bad it gets, nobody gets to take you out of your character. No one. And she stood her ground. I don't know if I would give T.S. Madison all that credit, to be honest with you. I don't know if I would. I think the timing of it also had a lot to do with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Right? I think that there's going to be a lot of changes with how Hollywood treats one another. And that's what I think it comes down to. I think it comes down to long history of people that is acting so Hollywood that they're forgetting people's feelings. And I think, although it's hard for everyone who's picking sides to understand, I think that when there's a long-standing feud, whether it's known to you or not, there's still something that was there. And it culminated into physical violence. And I think that the smack heard around the world smacked Lee Daniels too. I'm just wondering if it's going to smack Oprah and Tyler Perry, the other 2 powerhouses that worked against her. I think Daniels has a good heart. And I think he was listening to Tyler Perry and Oprah. I think he's had regret. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to give one person all this credit. And I love T.S. Madison, but I just don't know if it's like, who gets the flowers? Do I get the flowers because I recognize a long time ago something was wrong, but I didn't step up to the plate to say it, right? I just think that for Lee Daniels to allow himself some grace to apologize, I think it sends a new form of shockwaves that people can have conflict and people can get over the conflict. But I'm also very proud of Monique that she did not back down. Because when you're right, you're right. You don't back down. So, with all that being said, I think the Black community is having some problems. All right, so now we're giving 50 cents credit. I'm not giving all these people credit. I'm going to give Lee Daniels credit. Understand the difference, guys. I'm going to give it to Lee Daniels. He's the one that had to make the decision. Now, unless I hear different Lee from Lee Daniels, then whatever. But it was Lee Daniels that had to do this. Do you understand that? He was the one that had to fly in a plane, get to the studio, and make a public apology. The credit goes to Lee Daniels. Remember that. I hear y'all when you're like, well, T.S. Madison, well, 50 cents. Well, I don't like 50 cents at all. But that's just me. Y'all know me. If I don't like somebody, you can't convince me. 50 Cent is doing shit, but he's not giving credit to the creator of the show Power. But that's just me. All right? I just want y'all to be careful on who you all give credit to. And that includes T.S. Madison. Like, sometimes you can do a good job without bragging that you did a good job. And I mean that. Because it took Lee Daniels to do it. All right? And it takes Lee Daniels to speak up about it. Do you know what I mean? Just saying. I just have a different take on things. So I just think, be careful when somebody wants to take credit for a job that someone should have been done. Because all eyes then become on the T.S. Madisons or the 50 Cents. But Lee Daniels had to step up to the plate. And we have to give credit to the person that had to step up to the plate. I do believe that the last show that Monique was on with T.S. Madison was a game changer. Especially since Monique stated she has a recording. So again, be careful who you give credit. Because Monique was like, I have a recording of it. I was dying. When I heard that part, I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that's what I'm actually going to look at, Frankie. I'm going to look at whether or not Lee Daniels' apology will make Oprah and Tyler Perry act better too. Because now she's back in some movie, Demon Houses, with Tyler Perry. And now they're all going to be running in the same circles at the same events, if she chooses, because you know Monique. She's not going to do no damn press junket if she don't want to. but they still could wind up in the same space. And how is that going to look? Because you know, as black folks, we're going to be watching. So let me see what everybody is saying over here. Good morning and good health to everyone. Don't forget to get your Benadine. This is the next safeguard against the COVID-19. Gargle with it 4 times a day. Hi, Lottie. How are you? Lee Daniels had a conversation. Okay, I agree. Yes, inside emotions. Good morning, good health, good morning. Good morning, be more. Hi, Mayushi. Hi, lovely, independent. So, that's what I'm actually going to look at. Will Tyler Perry and will Oprah, I mean, Oprah's all spiritual, right? Oprah got Sister Soul or Sister Scissors or whatever she's doing on Sundays, right? Wouldn't it be part of her growing platform in spirituality to get over herself and to apologize as well? I'd like to see if that Aquarian powerhouse will do it. I just did a reading on Aquarians. I'd like to see if she would do it. I'd like to see her do it. I'd like to see her humble herself, Oprah. Let's see. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Oprah and Tyler Perry. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Oprah and Tyler are your children. They're your loves. They're your beloveds, Father God. Please authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 All right. Let's take a look. I'd love to see it. Scissors. I love when y'all get my jokes. I didn't stutter. All right. Are you guys ready? I get happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. I really feel like this is Monique. And I really, honestly feel like this is how she feels today. The sun looks different to her. She can see the rainbows. And something in her DNA has been revived, right? I'm also getting hidden path, the marriage of spirit and matter, right? I want to say no. But I also want to say that there could be renewed conversations, right? I don't think publicly. So I think they're all gonna commune again. Like you might hear something like, I threw a party and Monique was at the party and Gail was at the party. Like I think you're gonna hear it that way. And I think it's gonna be by way of Tyler Perry. They're just very stubborn people. What's Tyler Perry's sign? Be more, stop it. She got my joke. What's Tyler Perry's sign? Why do I need to know his sign? I think somehow there's renewed money involved and renewed interest in taking care of, I'm telling you, Y'all don't have to believe me. Taking care of black women. I think that there's a renewed interest in the care of black women. This is why I can't really give 50 Cent all that credit, nor can I give T.S. Madison all that credit. I think that the smack heard around the world is coming from a place of the most disrespected woman is the black woman. And I think Lee Daniels was like, I can't participate in this anymore. I know my part in this. The one thing that's for sure is that Oprah has stayed in everyone's mind. I'm sorry, Monique has stayed in everyone's mind. And so I do feel like getting to this stage was inevitable. Getting someone to apologize to her was inevitable. I'm going to stick to it. I don't care. The reason why Monique never brought it up, but the reason why I think that this change occurred is because she finally said, I have a recording. I don't think she's ever brought that up before. And it wasn't until she said, I had a recording, that Lee Daniels realized he was shit out of luck. And if Will Smith can fall so easily, so can he. So can you too, Oprah. So can you too. So I just want everyone to be mindful of how quickly change can occur. Mental illness is on the table. Mental illness. Does Lee Daniels have a little bit of mental illness? Maybe. New beginnings? Or maybe the problem was eating away at his mental health. Maybe that's it. New beginnings, boredom, and discontent. I just think Lee Daniels was thinking, I'm tired. I'm tired of the feud. I'm tired. I love Monique that she never backed down. That tickles me so black right now. She never backed down. She was going to eat and eat and eat until somebody gave in and she got what she wanted because she refused to back down. This is her being stubborn, no matter what the cost. This is her being stubborn. But on the outside, no matter what the cost, I just think it's also interesting that she never really lost that much money. It's not like Precious paid her that much money, to be honest with you. Right? All this conflict over a movie that didn't even pay you well? Are you kidding me? Look at the Five of Pentacles. Look at the Four of Swords. I get the Ace of Pentacles. It's in the past already. I get the Ten of Cups. Her family's really happy for her. There was a big celebration with the family. I get the Nine of Swords. There's going to be some... Why is there some concern? There's going to be some concern. I think it's coming from Monique. I think she's very happy that she made up with Lee Daniels, right? I think there's some concern as to whether or not she thinks she can ever fit back in with the black community in Hollywood. I think her biggest concern is, I don't mind getting back in, but I don't want them to think for a second that they're going to be telling me what to do, how to do, what to wear. Like, they better recognize. And I think that's a growing concern of hers. She's cautious. She loves this, but she does not trust any of them. None of them. Thank you, Misha. Thank you. There is a money woman around, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman. Monique, I'm going to warn you. I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer in all of this, right? I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer. Don't trust them. Remember your place in all of this. Remember what happened to you. Don't trust them. All right? Do not trust them. In the end, they're all very sneaky. So, will Oprah and Lee Daniels step up to the plate and apologize? No. No, they're bigger than that. So, they have no interest in apologizing. Will they all could wind up in the same event, party? Yes. Yes. At this stage of the game, will Monique be willing to play Kate's events? Yes. An apology will never come. Ever. In fact, I would be shocked if an apology came. And so I hope Oprah sees this, and I hope Oprah then does the opposite, like apologize, right? I hope Oprah sees this and is like, I'm going to make that Tracey wrong. Good. Good. I hope you see it, and I hope you do the opposite, but you know damn well you're not going to do the opposite because you, to this day, do not feel like you've done anything wrong. Anybody who can screw her best friend over for her best friend's granddaughter, you're not apologizing to Monique. You need to apologize to Gail for making her miss that celebration of baby birth, whatever that thing was you did. Something of life. All right, Monique. Be forewarned. They still can't be trusted. I don't know what they have up their sleeves. I actually don't think they have anything up their sleeve until something comes up. And then they've got something up their sleeve. So, you don't look like the type to have a lot of secrets, Monique. But don't let them have something on you. Right. She should not and better not trust him. Right. I can't with you anymore. I can't with you. Oh my God. I have to announce him the way he announces himself. And he announces himself as a man. So I got to throw my hands up. Anything else to see here? Yeah, guys. Monique, do not trust these people. All the sneaky cards came up. All the sneaky cards came up. Do not trust anyone. Not even Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels cannot be trusted. Sorry. Sorry, Lee. Just stay uber aware and be careful of a setup, Monique. All right. All right. Gotta be honest with you. This was nice and quick. It doesn't have to be that crazy. The answer to the question is no, they will never apologize, Tyler Perry and Oprah. They think they are above the fray, so let them be above the fray. I'm very proud of Lee Daniels, but I think he's got something up his ass. But I also think, Monique, I think this is a good move for you to take on this new role with Lee Daniels. I think it's a very good move. I do too, Frankie. I do too. I question Oprah and Gail's friendship too, but I don't think Gail gets it. I don't think Gail gets it. I think Oprah is like a get out type of person and is trying to take the soul of the grandbaby. That's what I think. Final outcome. You guys can't see it. So just get rid of this. Push you back. Oh, yeah, that's so much better. Oops. Okay, good. Final outcome is judge, and it's upright. And it says balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. And do these cards ever lie? Monique deserves the balancing of justice and compassion. She deserves this moment. She took it gracefully. I am so proud of her for sticking to her gun and never being persuaded. She did not let Hollywood do what Hollywood does best, which is corrupt people. Thank you. Okay, judge, critic, examiner, mediator, which is where 50 Cent and T.S. Madison comes in, and arbitrator. Seeks to balance justice and compassion, manages the fair distribution of power in any form, from military codes to marriage vows. You don't need to be an attorney, a judge, or a critic by profession to identify with judge. Look for a history of mediating between people and a lifelong learning process of developing high standards of justice and wisdom. And let's remember this. I don't know what sign 50 Cent is, but T.S. Madison is a Libra. And Libras are always about balancing justice. They're always about fairness, and they really tap into the emotional fairness of themselves and others. So, did T.S. Madison's show make a difference? Yes. One of the reasons why T.S. Madison's show made a difference is because she let Monique talk. She didn't interrupt her. She didn't make excuses for others. She didn't say, well, Monique, maybe it was this. T.S. Madison just let Monique talk. And look at that show. That show is a good example of how we all can be with one another. Even if you know the answer, sometimes just let people talk. Oh yeah, 50 Cent is a Cancer. He did it for personal reasons. I don't trust 50 Cent either. No, I think Lee Daniels' apology is sincere. I think that there was no consultation with Tyler and Oprah. And I think when he goes back, they're going to be like, man, we could have handled it together. And I think ultimately the behind the scenes money is bigger than Monique. So I just feel like people could return back to their old ways. But Monique can't get hurt by anyone if she stays focused on what she's doing, not needing more apologies from anybody. Because if the others don't get it, give it to her. That's how you know nobody can be trusted. Whose clothing line? Oh, okay. I'm over it. Monique, congratulations. You deserve this. Moving on, side eye. Do your job, do it well. Side eye, everyone. All right, guys. Love you. Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
the 11 o'clock, people. Oh, I never ended the broadcast.